Greetings people, market update I guess for this month because it's now May 3rd, so I thought I'll give you some thoughts on things that I'm watching out for, things in general, as well as a short integration for something you might be interested in, maybe, in about a minute or so from now. So, when we look at the charts, you know, our astrology for man, it goes up, it goes down. Worst thing in here is nothing is consistent. You could try to like swing trade and make like 10% here and there when it comes to Bitcoin, or when you go to other tokens like Render, for example, which doesn't seem to correlate to the market at all, you can sometimes make like 40-50%, or even in this case, you could double your money. But here's the downside for the market. The market is completely random, and there's one concept that I learned quite some time ago called results-oriented thinking, and that is, if you think, let's say at this point, the token might go up, and it goes up and you sell, you think to yourself, well, that was a good decision, right? You made like 25% on your money, but then it keeps on going up, and you think to yourself, well, I wish I would have kept it. No matter at what point between 250 and 150 you would have held the token, you would have always thought to yourself, let's sell it. If your results-oriented thinking tells you, oh, I should have sold it, oh, I should have kept it, you gotta change the underlying fundamentals first on how you approach this. So you gotta set yourself limits on when to buy and when to sell, just in general. Also, not financial advice. I hope I don't have to say this every single time, but let's talk about this more in detail after this short integration. Let me interrupt the video for a second to tell you about something that you might like, and that is Casino Rocket. Not just the website itself, but also the rewards page that they launched not too long ago, as well as the crypto side of the whole website. Because now, when you sign up for the site and you deposit anything, you can also select USDT, for example. For that, they're offering exclusive crypto bonuses like free spins, and loyal players on the site can get additional NFT rewards from their OpenSea collection, which features pretty nice artwork. As an NFT holder, you would also be part of their exclusive club and unlock a whole new part of unique promotions and bonuses just for you. If you haven't seen it already, at the top of the video description as well as the pinned comment, it's a link to the site to sign up. Maybe it's something for you. Some of you guys mentioned it before that I should cover crypto-focused casinos, so I thought this might be something for you. And with that being said, let's get back to the video. My idea for Render was, this does not correlate to the market at all. So I had the idea, if it goes to roughly 160, you can buy it, then you can sell it at 180. So I did that once. Great. It didn't go to 160, right? That was my buying region. Went to 170, so I thought, well, I won't buy it. Then I went to 250. The thing is, even if you buy it at 163, at 170, whatever, you would have sold at 180. You would have sold at 190. You would have, waken up the next day, and it would be at $2, and it would have clicked sell. Which means even though you might think, oh, of course I want to, keep it and sell it at the top, you don't know when there's the top. You also don't know when there's a bottom. If it would have gone to like 160 and you buy it, and then it goes to 80 cents, you would have thought to yourself, well, I wish I would have not bought it. I wish I would have waited or stuck to my principle. Which is why I made videos before about automated bots, like trading bots that can buy and sell just based on parameters you give them, because there are no emotions involved. And it's very easy to get emotional. For example, when it comes to our all-time favorite Altura, I wanted to buy this when it goes to roughly 2 cents, 2.5 cents. And I said to myself at 3 cents, okay, let's wait. So it goes down 20%, then we can buy it. Yeah, well, I guess we didn't. But now you gotta ask yourself, if you would have bought that and you would be up 60%, how much would you have invested? Would you have DCA'd into it or not? And when would you have sold? Is the idea to just keep all the projects right now to accumulate again and then wait until they reach their all-time high? Because most of the projects that had their all-time high, they started around 4 cents now, it's 4 to 5 cents, have this giant spike, and then it goes down. So it seems to be fairly volatile and random, and you never know when the next bank just says, yeah, actually we don't have USDC, and everything closes down, everything shuts down, and then the whole market tanks. So I would say, personally, right now I will not buy anything. And if I want to buy anything, let me show you my watch list. I will DCA into that with like 10% of my capital available for investment per week. So for example, right now, I will buy Ultra because Ultra released their gaming platform, then they tanked, but they have a working product. and they can only grow over time. Plus, the moment they get adapted or like adopted by any like major company for play-to-earn games, or they just get bought by Epic, for example, this will be worth a lot. Plus, similar to Render, it almost doubled in value, and while Render is still up, this one is down. So if we think about our astrology and our magic lines here for technical analysis, it should go back up. Plus, between this being worth 40 cents, this being worth, at the top, what is it, 230-ish, and this being worth 25 cents now, you know what happened? The product became better. The cost of a token and the value of a project has nothing to do with how good the project is in crypto. For Amazon, the evaluation is like what, a couple $1 trillion. Same with Apple, because everybody uses that, right? Use case and how many people use it is somewhat correlated to the price. But in crypto, it has nothing to do with each other, which means the moment people actively use it and the price has to do with the use case, this should skyrocket, technically, not financial advice. But that's like the mindset below it. So I'm buying this one slowly. Let's say you have $1,000 to invest, buy like $100 a week over the next 10 weeks. Because you never know if this one actually goes back up again or if it just wiggles around like the past year. Then there is Veracity and Meta Hero. Now I bought Meta Hero a couple of weeks ago because I thought at like 0.4 cents, this might be a good buy. Apparently we're down 10% already, but I didn't put much in. For me, this is a fairly simple project that might potentially, you can see based on the line, has the potential to go back up where it used to be because they're still working on this. The team behind it is awesome, but the price has nothing to do with the quality of the project, which means if they get adapted at some point or bought up, this goes up by a lot. That's always the mindset behind it. Same for Veracity. Veracity, I'm gonna buy this at like 0.4 to 0.3 cents, I think. All-time high used to be 8 cents. So you could like 20 to 30x. And they have a great working product. Plus, on their side, you can even stake the token. I think you can lock it up for like a year. And you get, I think, 15% on it paid into your account directly. So it's APR, APY. It's auto-compounded, which I think is pretty cool. So that's one of the projects that I will slowly buy up over time. But again, there's no rush for it because it doesn't look like a bull market, does it? The other projects I have on here, Gala Games because gaming, Engine because gaming, and then we got Delysium. Now I talked about Delysium in a video last week ago, and they have something on the side called DMA. Think about it as like a mix between NFT that you can't resell and a note. Let's just call it a note. So what they have, I'll have a link for that down below as well, is you get roughly 0.3% of the price of the note paid out per day. So you break even after 240 days if the token stays the same. So right now, a note sells for about $1,900 to $2,000-ish, but you get about 40 to 50 of the tokens a day, which equals to roughly $8. The Gala Games note that they had as well, available a couple years ago, right, for Gala Games here, this used to be like $2,000-ish to get about 160 tokens a day. This note itself for Gala Games sells for $100,000 at the moment. So the note itself is worth 50 times more, even though the token is worth less. Because Gala Games peaked at 70 cents, 70 to 80. So at the peak, you got about $130 a day for holding the note based on the token value. So if Delysium does something similar, which they could, based on how it looks like, and let's say the token goes to like $1 a day, you would get like $42 a day, $45, $50 a day, potentially. And it's always about your risk to reward ratio. Because if you see an opportunity that you think might pay out, and you don't use the money at the moment, you want to invest it anyways, there seems to be a big upside for a downside that isn't too big. Plus you always get tokens, and if the token skyrockets like that, pretty good. Plus if you can resell that in the future at some point, should be a good investment. You probably remember ENS, which is called the Ethereum Name Service, this one over there. I used this for fun, just to get my name, I think 2 something years ago, pretty much when they launched the token. And I noticed at this point, you know, end of 2021, that they launched their own token after, and if you registered your name on this service before the token launched, you got like X amount of their token paid out because you're an early adopter, right? Before they had their own public launch. Now, I only paid for like 3 or so years for my name. So you have like something.eth as your wallet address for fun, was like $50. And I got like $5,000 of the token. And I was like, well, if it's free, sure. Sold it immediately because I didn't care. But that just goes to show that sometimes your intuition of what might be good could lead to like a whole lot of money out of nowhere when it comes to crypto. But this is all fully random and just pure serendipity. There's no actual research involved outside of this could happen, but it's never guaranteed. So yeah, that's what I have right now. When it comes to the market itself, I still have mostly cash. Also cashed some out into like physical cash, just to like pay for electricity and other, you know, boring stuff in real life. I have I have a couple of those, which generate, you know, X amount of money per day. And once we see the next bigger crash, let's say we go down by like 20%, so ETH goes back to like 1.5k-ish, it should result in all the other altcoins, like Alturo for example, to go down as well. And then I think I will slowly accumulate this again. However, and I'm gonna be honest about that, it is difficult to fully understand why the token goes up or why it goes down. As in, if you make 13% of your money since that point yesterday, it's difficult to understand why and why not. And because I don't have that inner understanding on when to buy, I also don't know when to sell. So I'll look more into it and what might result or correlate to the price, because then I know at what point to buy. Because maybe the next best point to enter would be like 4 cents. Could be. Haven't done my research yet, so I can't say that for sure. All we can do is we can click on the bullish or bearish button, which I've never pressed, so let's click on the button. It has no effect. Nice. That being said, links to everything down below. Pinned comment as well for the casino from earlier. Maybe it's something for you, maybe not. Again, not financial advice, just my thoughts shared, so you can see like how I think. Maybe you can learn something from it, maybe not. It's whatever. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Until next time, take care.